Hi, scholars. Today we're going to continue with our study of the solar system. Now, last time we had a lesson, we learned about the sun, and now we're going to learn about the planets. Hopefully, you remember the order of the planets from their distance from the sun. There are 8 planets, and a lot of times kids use this strategy to remember their order. Mercury starts with M. Venus starts with V. Eager, Earth starts with E. Mother, M starts with Mars. Jupiter starts with a J, just. Served, Saturn starts with an S. Us, Uranus starts with a U. Nachos, Neptune starts with an N. You've got to remember the order of the planets from their distance from the sun. And that's a great way to do it. My very eager mother just served us nachos. But really, what is a planet? How is it different from other objects in space? Well, astronomers say that it has to fit these criteria. First of all, it has to be a naturally occurring body in space. Therefore, the Death Star could not be a planet. It has to orbit the sun. That means it travels on an elliptical path around the sun over and over, and we know that's because of gravity. It cannot orbit another planet. There are some moons, like Jupiter's biggest moon, Titan, which are bigger than planets like Mercury. So it's not the size that makes it a planet, it's the fact that it orbits the sun. It needs to be spherical, and that means round. And then finally, it has to have cleared all of the other objects and debris out of its path. If there's still stuff that the planet can crash into, it's not a planet. Let's take a look at Pluto here. Is Pluto naturally occurring? Yep. Does it orbit the sun? Yep. Is it spherical? Well, we can tell from the picture of Pluto right there. Yep. Has it cleared its orbit of other objects and debris? No. And that is why Pluto is no longer considered a planet. It's a dwarf planet, which means it's got all of the criteria except for that last one. It hasn't cleared its orbit of debris. Now let's talk about inner versus outer planets. The inner planets are the first 4 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. As you can see, they are on the left side, in this case, of that asteroid belt. The asteroid belt separates the inner and the outer planets. The inner planets are much smaller than the outer planets. The inner planets are known as the terrestrial planets because they have a rocky surface, meaning you could walk on what you're seeing in front of you. Now, the outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, they're called gas giants because they are very thick atmosphere. Deep inside of the middle of that planet, there's probably a rocky core, but most of the planet is just gases. Inner planets have no rings. All of the outer planets have rings. Even though you can't see all of them with the naked eye, they still have rings. The inner planets either have no moons, like Mercury and Venus, or just a few moons, like Earth and Mars. All of the outer planets have many moons. And then finally, the inner planets have a very short revolution, meaning their path around the sun is shorter compared to the outer planets, meaning the inner planets have shorter seasons than the outer planets. This is a really fun video comparing inner and outer planets, and I would like you to watch it. It's a great video. This is what you're going to do today. You're going to do a quizzes. And you may have noticed last time you played that quizzes now have power-ups like in Gimkit. You get to play this as many times as you want until 10 o'clock on April 1st. Every time you play, hopefully you're improving your score. And your final score is what I put in the gradebook on April 1st at 10 a.m. So, Astronaut Tiger wants to remind you to stay safe and keep learning. Bye-bye.